Good morning, folks. Ari here from Direct Auto Outlet in Fair Oaks, California. I have another special vehicle for you, another vehicle out of my own personal collection, personal stash. I have this vehicle for about 6 years or so, putting it for sale. This is my 2005 Ford Mustang Roush. This will be a test drive and driving impression video of this vehicle as we get it on the road, put it through its paces, take you along with us for the ride so that you can see and hear everything that we see and hear. Now, we do have an in-depth walk-around video of the vehicle where I go through the ins and outs and demonstrate its many functions and features for you. Won't be doing a lot of that during this video. Again, this will be a test drive video where I'll be giving you all of my observations and opinions as we get it on the road. And obviously, you know I love it because I own it. Thank you for joining us, folks. All right. Get our hazard lights off here. Listen to that exhaust tone. Get our seatbelt on here, safety first. Folks, this is a stage 1 Roush. Not a stage 2, not a stage 3, so there's not too many performance modifications done to this vehicle as far as performance is concerned, but it does have all of the visual effects that a stage 3 would have. For example, a few little performance differences are a short shifter kit, the exhaust, the air intake system. These things give you a few extra horsepower, but it's just barely noticeably faster than a regular Mustang GT. So if you're looking for a speed demon, if you need something in the supercar category, this isn't it. If you've driven a Ford Mustang GT and they are quite well performance oriented and that is enough for you, then this will be. But boy, where this one just really shines is just how brilliant it looks. This is such a great looking vehicle. And it's such fun to drive. Don't even listen to the stereo when I'm in this vehicle, despite how great the stereo system is, just because I want to listen to that exhaust tone and listen to this engine. It is music to my ears. I daily drove this vehicle actually for a long time, and as I mentioned in my other video, the reason I stopped and kind of just got out of the habit of daily driving it is just because it doesn't do great in wet conditions. For all those of you who've seen a bunch of spin out videos on YouTube where Ford Mustangs spin out and lose traction, well, these things become a little squirrely when the conditions get wet, just due to the amount of power they have, the fact that they're rear-wheel drive. But they are absolutely brilliant in dry conditions. So 75% of the year, I would highly recommend driving it. In the winter, you know, you may want to either take it real easy, be smart, or drive a different vehicle. This vehicle does great in twists and turns, and unlike the Mustangs of previous, they actually handle quite well as well. Suspension is pretty forgiving for a sports car. It's not jarring like many other sports cars, but obviously it's not going to feel as forgiving as like a sedan or a luxury vehicle, obviously. This next stretch of road we're coming on is going to have a lot of uneven roads, rough roads, potholes, and we'll see how the suspension does. Comfort-wise, on the suspension, I would rate it like a 5 out of 10, just because, again, it is a sports car and you do have to compromise something for the type of handling that you get with this vehicle. You're going to compromise a little bit of comfort. But as far as stableness of the suspension, it feels great. Going over these roads, you feel the bumps, but they're not jarring. You also don't feel any movement in the front end. I don't feel any clunks. Don't feel any looseness in the front suspension, for lack of better words. Interior of the vehicle actually sounds pretty good as well. On the really rough bumps, you hear maybe just a fraction of a squeak coming from maybe the dashboard or the seat, but for the most part, the vehicle feels really well put together. Very responsive. It's just a real mechanical feeling driver's car. The clutch pedal is going to feel a little bit more firm than a standard vehicle, but not quite as firm as a sports car, or a race car, I should say. The short shifter. It's going to feel real good, but it's going to feel a little odd in the beginning just because of how close the gears are. But just such a fun vehicle to drive. I'm going to be doing a 0 to 60 acceleration run here as we start from a 0 mile per hour start, and we'll try to get to 60. I won't go full pedal to the metal here, but I'll kind of give you an idea. And there you go, at 60 before you know it. A lot of fun to drive, folks. Just an absolute brilliant vehicle to drive, and I just have the biggest smile on my face right now, followed by a little bit of sadness thinking that I'm going to be selling this vehicle. But I have to get my life in order, folks. The amount of money I'm paying to store my car collection is a small fortune. It's equivalent to or exceeds what a lot of people make on an annual basis. It's just irresponsible for me to do. Business has never been the same ever since the pandemic, and it's just not something that is sustainable for me to continue. So I have to get rid of some of my toys, but on the other hand, I hope that they go to good homes, folks that are going to use them more frequently than I do, because I truly think cars have feelings and they like to be used, they like to be driven. And as great as I take care of them as far as servicing them and not neglecting them and, you know, starting them once a month and keeping the fluids fresh, there's nothing like being able to drive a vehicle and just feel it on a daily basis. Looks like we came through a construction zone here. Bear with us for a moment. Looks like we might be able to go through, yes. A second gear start on most of these stop signs as you make a rolling California stop. Plenty of low end torque to get you up and going again. Just need not shift to first gear. You got torque for days. Folks, for those of you watching from out of state or out of town, we do have affordable nationwide shipping and transport services available as well. So just give us a call, we'll get you a quote. And as always, folks, if you enjoyed our video, please give us a big old thumbs up. Make sure you like our video. Make sure you subscribe as well. And make sure you hit the bell notification icon so you can be notified of all of our future videos. Trade-ins are welcome. Extended warranties are available. And if there's any other questions, concerns, comments, anything else you want to know, you want to speak to a live person, just give me a call. You can reach me at area code 916-765-7575. Oh, I knew there was something was going to ring. I'm surprised my phone hasn't rang thus yet. Usually I always apologize about my phone ringing and tell you I forgot to put it in silent mode. Folks, I do appreciate you joining us, sticking with us throughout the entirety of this video. I certainly do appreciate that. I hope to have the opportunity to see and interact with each and every one of you in the near future. Thanks for joining us. We're going to go and pull in here and pull back into a slot, and we'll wrap things up. And that's all she wrote, folks. Thanks for joining us. Have a wonderful day. Take care now.